Excuse me, Frank.
What is it, Hal?
We've got the transmission from your parents coming in.
Well, fine. Would you put it on here, please? Take me in a bit.
Certainly.
Hi, I'm Max, and welcome to episode 2 of the C-Files series, The Music of. Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey was a groundbreaking milestone in the history of film. Released in the spring of 1968, the legacy of the movie, now over 50 years old, remains strong to this day.
De première van 2001 A Space Odyssey. Het is een van de zeldzame keren dat Kubrick zich nog in het openbaar laat zien.
We started in 1965, early 1965. Well, I became interested in the idea that the universe was full of intelligent civilizations, which is the current scientific belief.
The beautifully picturesque visuals the movie indulges in are a masterwork of Kubrick's, perfectly matching the incredibly beautiful and terrifying score. Since the beginning of production, Kubrick decided that he wanted the film to have as little dialogue as possible. The script of the movie had a mere 65 pages, unheard of for a movie that boasts the 2-hour and 19-minute runtime. This meant the atmosphere of the movie would rely on the music, which would play a vital role in evoking particular moods.
It has also provided a very invigorating and stimulating challenge, which has made it necessary for films to be made with more sincerity and more daring.
When it came to the music of 2001, Kubrick originally planned to use the compositions already written for the film by Alex North, a composer Kubrick had worked with previously on 1960s Spartacus. However, by the time of editing completion, Kubrick had fallen in love with the music that had been used as the temporary tracks for the movie. So North's tracks were dropped, and Kubrick decided to use the temporary tracks instead. The original score was somewhat spooky, almost as if the film was meant to be a horror. If you listen to this original score alongside the scenes they were meant to be paired with, the entire mood of the film changes. The opening track for 2001 was unknown by many before the film came out, but since the film's release, has become a world-famous cliché for sci-fi movies. Sinister tones of the violins create a suspenseful atmosphere, only to be then broken by the brass melody. This grand opening for the film's introduction of the title as well as the directors and studio credits, made up of a fanfare-like melody, creates an incredible tone against the opening scene. This bombastic opening almost foreshadows and hints at the incredible visuals to come, a possible musical decision by Kubrick, or just accidental genius. In what can only be described as the most breathtaking scene in the entire film, the choice of Johann Strauss's The Blue Danube Waltz is absolute genius. A piece of music that beautifully encapsulates the vast loneliness of space. As space stations glide through the vacuum of this dark void made bright by the nearby planets, the Blue Danube waltzes on, the clear tempo creating the feeling of agility and continuity as the shuttles effortlessly glide through space, creating the sense that everything is going smoothly like clockwork. To use this piece during the Discovery's voyage was a correct call from Kubrick. The melancholy strings melody, which is played in the lower register, perfectly sets the tone for the isolated and lonely atmosphere that is expressed during this scene. Guyane, the second ballet of the Armenian composer, is the story of the heroine Guyane, who is unfortunately married to Giko, a hopeless drunk. Guyane conspires with the Soviet Guard to foil her husband's schemes, is later stabbed by Giko but survives, and in the end, remarries. The depressing story may be a hint at the future of the story where Dave and Frank will eventually be betrayed by Hal, similar to Giko's betrayal of Guyane.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What's the problem?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
What are you talking about, Hal?
This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
Never mind, this is the most terrifying piece in the entire score. When paired with the trippy and psychedelic scene that is showed alongside, this scene is scary. The low, long, dissonant tones played by the strings, and the brass instruments that increase in volume and pitch help build up the fear and the tension. But ultimately, it is the long tones played by the oboes and the rest of the woodwind section that makes this piece its scariest. Combined with the still frames of Bowman popping up in agony ever so often, this scene is terrifying. Ugh.
Alright Max, thanks, we should be good, and...
Just a moment. Sorry about this, Dave.
Not Dave. This is Luke. Trying to edit this, my computer shut down.
The 9000 series is the most reliable computer ever made. Everything's running smoothly.
It still shut down, though.
I've just picked up a fault. I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
This video.
It's a bit silly.
Just play it.
Surprise!
It's a surprise.
Like all of our other episodes.
Not that one.
Thanks for watching this episode of The Music Of. I've been Max, and I hope you enjoyed. But bye-bye!
Hi, this is Luke. If you like that video, please like and subscribe, and click the bell icon for notifications about new videos.